CP the Tool Addict. Woo! How you doing? Come on, Henry. Come on up here for 350th. Let's say hi. Come on. Come on. Look at it. Yeah. For 350th tool video, me and Henry want to say thank you to everybody. All 4,400, whatever. I don't know. I quit really counting. That's right, buddy. Want to say thank you guys for everybody that's subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, think about hitting that subscribe button for me and old Henry. All right, Henry, you get your hand out of my pocket. You go play. But we got a great video for you today because we got one of the massivest plier hauls ever seen on YouTube. And when I say big, this thing's big. I went a little overboard, but I don't feel like I really went overboard. Let me get my locks all cleaned up here for you. Now, we just got the old mullet in sharp here. You know, I went and bought over $400 worth of pliers, and I'm gonna do some testing on them. But for this video, we're gonna kind of talk about the pliers and talk about why I bought them, talk about a little bit of history, and talk about a little bit of something cool. So first of all, besides saying thank you once again to everybody who's subscribed and everybody who's watching, it's been a tremendous, basically, this is about 1 year. I think this is about 1 year since I really started moving along good on YouTube. Like, I started a little over a year, but this is where I started, like, getting a feeling for things and we're really getting excited. I think I'd hit over 1,000 subscribers. It's where you really start getting excited about stuff. But, so I thought, I don't know why, 350, I thought it'd be a good idea to make something exciting for a 350 video. So this video is going to be awesome. And I want to say thank you to not only a subscriber, but I consider a friend now, fellow mechanic in the industry, and a great Canadian. I guess he's not Canadian, but he lives in Canada. And just a great all-around guy. Got a channel. His link will be in the description, and that's Chris Koss. Between Chris Koss and Mr. Subaru, really got me fired up into a lot of Japanese stuff. Chris really has some great content on his channel, and he really is knowledgeable. I might be CP the Tool Addict, which is eccentric and exciting, but Chris is Chris Koss, the Tool Aficionado, because the guy is he's really passionate too about tools. I really like tools. He's just better about the knowledge and history of them than I am. And I actually learned something from him that I didn't know, that I actually had in my personal possession, which was really cool. So without ado, what I'm going to do here is let's get this camera kind of set around here. We'll kind of flip around here. Get you flipped around. See if I can get this camera set up. And we are going to pan in. Let me see if I can get this. Pan in on this massive 31 plier tool haul. That's right. I'm not sure how I want to do this. Let's see here. Let's bring you. Well, let's see here. Let's bring you down in here and just kind of let you drink it in. Let's see here. We're just going to let you look at everything here. Kind of focus ourselves in the center of that. And by George, we're going to talk about these pliers right here. Now, let me move this over just a little bit in this direction, just so there's a little bit better lighting. Sorry about the shoddy camera work. I'm not Steven Spielberg. I never claimed to be, but we're going to start off talking about these pliers. So I was watching Chris's channel, watching a video, woke up one morning, and he was talking about some Vamplier stuff, which, if you don't know what Vampliers are, these are basically Vampliers. So I got to listening to him, and he was talking about how Engineer came over to America, and they saw a design from a company, which the company just happened to be Vaughn and Bushnell. Let me see if I can, hopefully you can get to see that on camera. Vaughn and Bushnell. I had to do some brushing up on this. I'm trying to like doing a video on these and cleaning them up and whatnot, but so Vaughn and Bushnell is a company that started in about 1835. If you don't know who they are, look them up. There's actually some cool stuff on the Vaughn Tools website that talks about the history. They've been a company that's been around now for going on almost 200 years. In 2035, it'll actually be 200 years that Vaughn's been in business, which makes them one of the oldest tool companies in America, which, in my opinion, is super cool. So, nonetheless, I thought to myself, well, that is absolutely crazy. And but the thing about it is the reason why that made it crazy is if you look at the jaws of these pliers, which hopefully you can see, these pliers are the original screw extractor pliers. They were made in America. These are about a 5-inch plier. And you can see the joints in them are definitely high quality. The steel in them is high quality. These were actually really, really, really nice pliers. These pliers are probably right around the 50s or 60s maybe. Not sure. So they're almost getting close to 100 years old, 75 years old. Whatever you want to call it, they're still nice and they're still in great shape. Now, my grandpa actually gave me these pliers and I had them, but the cool thing was watching Chris's channel. He had a pair of these pliers too, and then I found out that the other style, the style that he had was a gas plier for gasman pliers. And I'm not sure what they designed these for because I really couldn't find much information on them. But they've been around for a while and they're pretty cool pliers. You can't find these anymore. Probably won't get these anymore. But that led me on a whole rabbit hole, which took me on the whole thing of getting these other pliers. Now, Engineer, so the original manufacturer of Engineer, and forgive me, I don't know his name, he came to America and he actually took that design and he designed these pliers, or these style pliers, I should say, not this specific one, but these are the Negisaurus, which is basically their screw extractor plier. That's their screw extractor line. And if you're aware of the Vamplier, then you should be well aware that Engineer is the actual manufacturer of these pliers. So what makes these pliers unique is that they use a T-handle design that keeps the handle from moving. See if it, excuse me, got a little bit of a cough. I think they show it on this pair of pliers. So if you look here down in this package, you'll see there's a T-handle style to keep the handles from rolling or moving. That's one cool feature about these. The engineering of them and the actual smooth lines of these things are just phenomenal. And being they're a screw extractor plier, look at the jaws, how they interlock. Let me see if I can get that kind of focused in there. See the jaws, how they interlock, and just the quality and craftsmanship. So what's really cool that I thought about these pliers is that they align with American pliers. The history between these two pliers are actually kind of intertwined. I don't believe there's a patent on the screw extractor because Snap-on also carries the screw extractor pliers. These are the 612 AEPs, and these are pretty much the ones I've had for a while. And if you look at the jaws on them, the cool thing about the 612 AEPs is you can use them from the side or the front. And they also have a bigger one for like bolts or whatnot. I've always gotten along with these, and I've never really been a fan of buying bigger pliers, buying bigger screw extractor pliers, because really these have gotten done with what I need them to do in most cases. So, but I thought since I had these pliers, I was almost dedicated to getting some Vamplier Engineer pliers. Now, if you're buying Vampliers, the Engineers are a little bit cheaper. I will tell you two things though. One, Engineers doesn't really state a warranty claim on theirs, and Vampliers are only 4-year warranty on them. So these pliers, I would say, are not lifetime warranty, but I have not heard anybody actually say any issues with their pliers that they've had. So that is one downside to them, but I want to be honest about them. We're going to look at several of the other engineer pliers throughout this series of pliers, Japanese plier haul. Obviously, we're not going to get to look at everything, but we're going to look at the entire Negisaurus line in depth and look at what they can do and compare them against some other pliers. These are the smaller Negisaurus, the PZ57s. We're going to look at those, and then we're also going to look at two more pairs of pliers that I purchased, which are the these are the miniature needle nose, and sorry, I got a frog in my throat. And then these are the miniature pliers. So there's the miniature and the miniature needle nose. Both these are different pliers. Of course, knowing that I was into the rabbit hole of screw extractors, I had to try the FUJIYAs, because the FUJIYAs also have a little bit of a different, unique design. First of all, the unique thing about FUJIYAs is that they have a spring-loaded, which I kind of like that. I'm actually a fan of spring-loaded pliers. So you can see they have a little spring in there. They also have a different design on their teeth. Their teeth design is a little bit more finer, interlocking. And their screw extractor is a little bit different too. It's got more of a offset for their screw extractor. So we're going to be taking a look at those, and we're going to find out which one of those really cuts it down. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly don't believe that you're going to be missing out between the American and the two Japanese versions of these. We're going to be splitting hairs. All three of these pliers, in my opinion, between the Snap-ons and the Negisaurus and the FUJIYA, what do they call these anyways? These are just the NSP01-150, so they don't really give a name for the FUJIYA screw extractors, but not that I can read anyways, because I don't read Japanese, but we're going to definitely check those out and look at that and see what the difference is. Now, real quickly, when I say real quickly, we're going to go through, let me kind of clear out this space over here so we can use this, but we're going to look at all the, so I decided to buy a bunch of the FUJIYAs, including their high leverage cutters, their smaller cutters, some of their needle, and most of all their needle nose, and then of course their style alignment, and these needle nose right here. So I bought 31 pliers total. Let's be honest, I spent over $400 on these Japanese pliers because I wanted to see what the deal was. Well, nonetheless, let's see where we're at on this. How far are we going on this video now? We are 13 minutes in. Perfect. If you're sticking around this far, you're going to want to check the rest of this out, trust me. Then, I wanted to get into the Cenoto line of pliers. These ones caught my eye real quick as a general service pair of pliers. Definitely pretty cool. We're definitely going to check these out, and you're going to want to watch that video on these. We're going to look at the Cenotos. I think we're going to try to look at these in separate and maybe do some comparisons. I couldn't do everything on one video. I just feel like it's too long. We have a master link plier, a needle nose plier, another needle nose Cenoto, a cutter, a nipper plier, a high leverage cable cutter, and my personal favorite was these cable cutters retainers. These are really cool because they have these plastic jaws in them that anything you cut, it retains the plier in there. It does come with an extra set of retainers too, but we're definitely going to talk about those too. And let me just give you a little demonstration about what I mean. You have a zip tie and you're in the interior or doing some work or whatnot, and you want to cut this and keep it. Whatever you cut stays in the plier. Very, very, very cool. So these pliers are pretty sweet. Cenoto makes all these, and the last but not least is the IGS pliers, which are some of my favorite, in all honesty. These are really, really cool. They come with a really neat design where they can stay for, like, a lot of people don't like spring-loaded pliers. Well, I like spring-loaded pliers, but the thing about it is when you put them away, they always stay handle open. These are pretty cool. The Japanese really figured this out. Spring-loaded with a 3-position here. Non-spring loaded for storage. And then a wider jaw. These are from IGS. We're going to look at these pliers too. So, massive Japanese plier extravaganza. 31 different pliers, all from Japan, and we're going to compare them against channel locks, Nipexes, the whole 9 yards, you name it. You stick around for more videos because we're going to show you on CP the Tool Addict, and let me tell you what right now, this is going to be awesome. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy listening to my spiel about the pliers because this is really cool. But anyways, guys, thank you a bunch. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.